Hello there and welcome to the Hashpower Academy, your place to learn anything to do with Bitcoin. And the video starts with a very important question for you. What are your biggest visions, dreams, goals, aspirations? What is it that you see that others don't? And how are you going to get there? How are you going to climb that big mountain, that big goal? How are you going to achieve it? And yes, the destination is exciting, the view will be nice, but the journey will be just as beautiful and blissful as the destination, or if not more, because it's more of the time spent in the process. And where this blends in with Bitcoin is because we have this system that's both expansive but constrained. So it's a new framework. A framework is a system by which there is rules, and we've created a system of rules that aligned to nature and energy, thermodynamic rules, laws, and the ability for it to expand. Someone could be watching this video 100, 200 years from now with the inspiration to go and harvest the energy of a planet. That's possible. That that's possible. It's not impossible. It's possible. Now, that's a dream way out of the reservation of our timeline. But within our time frame and dreams, goals, aspirations of Bitcoin today, with its small steps of one block every 10 minutes approximately, and where we get to is a vision collectively perceived by many Bitcoiners of where we're going, how big Bitcoin grows financially as a network, economically in terms of settlement of trade, in the comparison of the existing system, the energy side that we discuss here in the academy, and all the different entities of all different scales. Now, those are all different companies and corporations and the network in of itself. But again, bringing it back to you as the individual, where do you fit in all of this noise, chaos? What's the signal? What's the path for you up to the mountain of your dreams, goals, aspirations? Um, and where it gets tricky is um, it's a bubble. That's the other piece. That a lot of things that are disruptive, the very word explains the fact that it's disrupting others that are more happy and siloed in their way of working. Anyone that is familiar to the difference between people that live in the city and the countryside will understand the ossification of people living the same life that their parents did, that their parents like the amount of change that we have in our world today opens up a much wider scope of possibilities of dreams, goals, aspirations, but at the same time, it's information overload. And you somehow have to acquire information and knowledge in a world which is systematically stripping the 90% down even lower and accelerating a wealth class that is just going to be planetary oligarchy like we've never seen. And we have to stay ahead of all the different pieces of knowledge that we would need to add value to others in society in a way that doesn't accelerate us to the top in an extreme unhealthy way. But if what you developed, product, market, services in this world, pushes you to the top, that's the system, the game, as they say. And where Bitcoin comes into this and your dreams and goals and aspirations come into this is we still need to dream. We need something that no one else sees, that we can see, you can see in your own dream, that has to be built. But there's a gap between where you are at the foothill of your dream and at the peak of that mountain. And to get there is this brutal, just invented a word, brutal but beautiful path up to the top. And that path has to be walked. Costs time, costs energy, context of other things, it will cost money. All those things require sacrifice because nothing doesn't just appear. Businesses didn't appear, cars vehicles, AI, drones, whatever it is, didn't just appear. Someone perceived it and they brought it into existence. So if you would like to share all different ideas of things you want to bring into existence, a business idea, if it's mining related, yeah, we'll have a chat. And if it's things related to Bitcoin, great. If it's not related to Bitcoin, if you have particular other dreams, even we could talk about big, massive ideas and goals and businesses and technology and medical advances, whatever it is. But there's also those most important dreams on the not on the side. That's the wrong way to see it. The dreams, goals, aspirations you have in relation to family, friends, culture. Um, I, for one, can take the example of spending the last 4 years on and off, intensely focused on a particular vision uh, related to Bitcoin mining and providing access to the 90% of the world that either can't afford the electricity or neither can afford the machine. How do you get people into the energy and compute layers of Bitcoin? Yes, the academy is this free way to learn about it, but economic incentives drive so much more adoption. And if we have more adoption on the energy and compute layers of Bitcoin, I don't know where to verbally go there. It's a powerful unlock. But yeah, that's on my side of things. But I'm very much interested to hear about your dreams, goals, and aspirations, and where you see the world going in our chaotic information overload world, and where it all settles. But the other aspect is things are always changing. The rate of change people may perceive as more linear, and everything's getting quite exponential now in the information age. But we have a digital bedrock, and that's where I'll leave it for this video. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe,